Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Black Beer Hunter coming at you again, and we're here to talk about the Ferryman. This beer is out of Orpheus Brewing, located in Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, it's one of the beers that I ran across when I was down in Atlanta, well, in Georgia. I was hanging out in LaGrange, but of course, you know, we made a couple trips up to Atlanta. So basically, this beer I end up getting on tap at a Crowler station at the Ponce Market. If anybody's ever been to Ponce Market, it's an awesome venue, and the tap at Ponce Market is an awesome beer stop. If you're bottle shopping, if you're just looking for a brew, if you just yeah, you're looking to mule a few things back. They make they do crowlers, they do regular growlers. They'll fill up your if you have a man can that you know that you can add a tap to, and then interested enough, they do these 16 ounce. They have a 16 ounce and a 32 ounce. I guess you could say like a plastic growler. And so, that 8 ounce is really cute. It's really small, really convenient, easy to stash and to roll around with, but it's great for tasters. You don't have to drink it right there on the spot. You can roll out, you can go somewhere else, you can have a taster. And if you like it, you can buy it in bulk or, whatever you want to do with it. But at the end of the day, this is disposable. Or reusable. It's a really cool idea when it comes to crowlers and picking up different types of beers. Like you could take this camping if you really wanted to. So yeah. So at the end of the day, the Ferryman out of Orpheus Brewing. This one is 11.8% ABV. This is the 2017. The 2017 vintage. So yeah, it's a really cool beer. It's an American Imperial Stout, Imperial double stout, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's really cool. I mean, this beer line has changed over the last couple years, because they have a couple other beers that they're known for, like the 12th Labor, Abandon All Hope, Yehu Inner. So yeah, this one in particular started out one different way. It was like a coffee style, kind of like hazelnut, and then they actually decided to change it and give it a new flavor profile. They went to Java Lord, which is a local coffee roaster in the area, for their coffee. Changed the yeast. I think they went with a Belgian strain in this case, and also that they wanted a stronger brew. So that was one of the main reasons for changing the yeast, and it gave it a more velvet type complex, as they say. But we'll see. And this one in particular was kind of like a cuvee-esque, where it was blended with the barrel aged version. It was like 30%. It's like a 30% barrel aged version blended in with the current or the 2017 version. So yeah, it presents. It should present a really complex beer. A unique taste, probably a little kind of like if you like Belgian stouts, you will kind of enjoy this. I'm funny with Belgian stouts. I've had a few that are really good. So yeah, I guess, yeah, here we go, little label on the top so you remember what it is. They don't put anything on the side, but yeah, let's try it out. I've had it for about a week, in this plastic growler. But plastic should not be a big issue, being that most of the new growlers in Europe now, they use a plastic growler instead of an aluminum tin. So instead of an aluminum, an aluminum like keg. So at the end of the day, yeah, I think it's long enough. I'm kind of scared of it lasting or going any longer. A plastic top, it's kind of funny. I'm not sure if it being airtight. You hear different people talking about the crowlers, and this is a little bit more suspect. So of course, for me, I'm like, okay, it's been there long enough. I've had it long enough. Go ahead and crack it. Anyway, I bought a couple of crowlers of this very beer. Yeah, so yeah, I'm okay with trying it out. I'm not scared. You scared? I'm not scared. So at the end of the day, let's see what this beer's talking about. See how it held up over this past week. Oh, not much to it. No hiss, no. So, oh man, I'm not sure if it held up well. But it smells good. I tell you that. Ooh, look at that, nice and dark. No head. So air might have gotten to this. No type of head. But dark black. It looked like what little head might have been there. It was like a dark brown. Yeah, dark brown. Yeah, thin lacing, decent lacing to it. So yeah, didn't smell too much coming off it, but let's get a little. Man, like a slight coffee smell. It's really flat though. I guess this plastic bottle didn't keep up well for a week. I guess this was probably one of those things where you had to consume it pretty immediate, a day, two tops. So yeah, I mean, you smell like, you get a little chocolate. It's kind of roasty, coffee. So, oh. So yeah, I had to turn my alarm off. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's see how it tastes. Nothing much else to say about it. It's a possibility that it may be ruined. So, cheers, YouTube. I'll tell you what. If it was ruined, it's a pretty good ruin. It is kind of, wow, that coffee. Coffee forward. Oh, wow. You get coffee and chocolate right off the bat. Dose of vanilla. It is toasty / roasty. A little nutty. Semi-sweet. Some dark fruit. It's what you would expect from a stout. Can't really say much about it. If I had to put it, it reminds me of like 1050, maybe a little Mephistopheles, weaker than that, but meth. Yeah, it's a straight up American stout. I thought it would have that bitter, taste that you get from that bitter tinge that you get from, Russian Imperial stouts have a bitter taste to it, but Belgian, because of their chocolate, and I'm not sure if it's the coffee, but the yeast yields like a really weird, different type of bitter flavor profile, bitter taste, bitter characteristic. This one tends to, this one's like really semi-sweet and kind of like like they really did a good job of hiding the bitter taste, or not even hiding the bitter taste. Like they actually got a really nice balance between how bitter it should be and the sweet, and the sweetness that comes from this. Man, if this thing has been oxidized, it done is, oh man, it's so good. If it wasn't oxidized, it would be amazing. But yeah, it's really good. The coffee really stands out. Really good coffee flavor. Man, that vanilla, vanilla and chocolate is wow. So it's got a nice medium body. Of course, no carbonation. It's not flat though. The beer is not flat. It's really smooth texture. You get that. Yeah, it's just it has a good mouth feel. It kind of lingers on your tongue. So yeah, overall, I mean, what else could you say about it? It's complex. It's well blended with the bourbon barrel. Like you can taste an essence of that bourbon barrel aged stout in it. You do get a small like remnant, like it kicks in that it was barrel aged, even though you know it wasn't barrel aged. But you can taste that. Belgian yeast, dark fruit, you know, brown sugar, maybe candy syrup. Like it tastes like they were trying to create like a dark Belgian ale, but in a stout form. I mean, they really did a good job. I think it's a really good spin-off from the other stouts that they make. A wholly different variant of the stable that they already have. I actually own Abandon All Hope, which was a really good beer. I had it on tap. I had a crowler of it, and I got a bottle of it. So I've had I want to say that I had the 12th Labor, which was really good. It's like 13% ABV, but which was really good. I had that on tap. Wasn't able to get a bottle. I wish I could have. But yeah, I mean, so compared to other beers out right now, similar beers that are out right now, that I haven't had, I own, but I haven't had, which would be like Marveloso, the 2018 volume, the version 4 variant, 8th anniversary Pecan Cookie Stout, which I actually ended up getting on tap at the Ponce Market, and Consider Yourself Hugged by Prairie Artisan Ales, which was really good. So, I mean, if you put this in the same class as those, I can tell you right off the bat, I know it's totally different than the Consider Yourself Hugged. Very different. Different delivery, but still really good beer. Yeah, so, I mean, it's worth, I think I got a 32-inch growler of this for like $11.99. I'd easily pay that. I easily did pay that 2 times over. And I got this small hug for like $5, which was awesome, especially, to walk around the market space, on a 16-ounce hug, or like the 16-ounce glass, and just walk around the market. It was awesome. They need one of those markets here in DC. I'd be in that place like every day. So at the end of the day, yeah, Orpheus Brewing, Ferryman, I gave it the thumbs up. if I have to give it a rating on Untapped, I definitely would give it a 4.25. I would like to get a bottle of this. Like I said, I only have crowlers. I'd like to age it for a good 3-4 years and see how it tastes after that 3 to 4 years. I can imagine that it would be excellent. So you get the chance, try it out. When you get the chance, hit me up. Let's talk about it. You know I love to talk beer. If you're watching this, I know you like to talk beer. Let's talk beer. So YouTube, I'm going to crush this. And I'll be back. Cheers.